Flipping domain names for profit interests me because I'm in the business of buying and selling websites. There's a lot of misconceptions around domain flipping. A lot of people think you can register a domain name for $10, um, sell it on GoDaddy for $1,000, and make a quick profit. It really doesn't work like that. I'm sure you've noticed domain flipping ebooks on ClickBank, and I spent about 2 or 3 months looking at a number of them, buying them, spending my own money, and I've found out that most of them are complete crap. Also, over the last 2 or 3 months, I've read about 10 or 15 books from Amazon about domain flipping, and while some of them were kind of useful, none of them really provided me a lot of value. So I began Googling stuff and looking for good information on domain name flipping. And I kept clicking on links, and the same site kept showing up, domainsherpa.com. And I really wasn't sure what it was about. And I started watching these podcasts by Michael Seiger, and I started to realize that he ran a course that was DNA Academy, and it really interested me. I'm going to give you an overview of DN Academy, which I got to test out firsthand and show you what's inside. Okay, so here's an inside look at DNA Academy. Along the right hand side is everything that you're going to learn inside DNA Academy. For instance, the welcome module just shows you how the course works, and there's a quick video from Michael Seiger that welcomes you to DNA Academy. And once you're done reading everything and watching the video on that page, you click over here to acknowledge that you're done with it, and it says lesson completed. Next is an intro that shows you some basic terminology like what is domain naming, like the history of it, ICANN, also what Whois information is, transferring your web domain, and the value of branding and supply and demand. Then you learn all about keywords, exact match keywords, brandable keywords, acronyms, numerics, and then alphanumerics. Next, you learn about valuation metrics, and this shows you how to value a domain name before you buy it. This can cover anything from getting a domain name that's easy to say, which one's better, plurals or singulars, past tense, word placement, hyphens, domain age, and then branding domains. Also, there's a lot of good information about comparable sales, meaning how much domains sold for in the past. Also, you can look at Google Trends and see what's trending and find the best time to sell a domain name or buy a domain name. Also, it talks about search volume and CPC, which is cost per click. Next, you learn about valuation tools. This gives you a lot of information about trademarks, portfolio analysis, historical Whois, historical usage, companies using the name, a lot of great information about valuating domain names. Then one of my favorite parts of the course is tutorials which show you the valuation metrics. For instance, if you're looking for keyword domain names, then you have a way to see how much they're actually worth. It's not using some automated program. You use an Excel spreadsheet and you can put a value on a domain name that you're interested in purchasing. Then comes the part where you're ready to purchase a domain name, and there's a lot of different places you can buy it. There's a lot of different methods you can use to invest in domain names, strategies you could use, how to set a budget, also how to create a buyer's profile, the life cycle of buying a domain name, different marketplaces, paying for the domain name, and then escrow payments. The next part talks about selling domain names and how to create a seller's profile, setting prices that are realistic, where to actually sell your domain names. There are different marketplaces where certain domains will sell better at that marketplace. How to conduct outbound marketing, passive selling. Also, it talks about auction platforms and how to use them correctly. Last but not least, you need to be able to track your domain name investing. There's all kinds of information about precautions you need to take so you don't get in legal trouble, and also tax information. That's not all that DNA Academy offers, though. There's a forum, and you can ask questions. You can join discussions. You can join DNA groups, which are integrated with Google Groups. And before you purchase a domain name, you could talk with your group and see if you think it's a good investment. So, how much does all this cost, you might be wondering? Probably going to think an arm and a leg. Well, luckily for you, you don't have to give away any of your arms or legs. You can pay a yearly fee of $97. Also, you can pay a lifetime fee for $197. I highly recommend you sign up with DNA Academy. I wouldn't recommend you something I don't personally use myself. Lastly, you could read a bunch of other books, search the internet, and waste your money like I did. Or you can click on the link right below this video and sign up today.